It's a question that comes up after almost every election result. Will the India alliance stay intact? Will it break? What is its future? The opposition alliance formed in 2023 had one clear goal: fight together and defeat the Modi-Shah BJP. The latest results in Bihar show the state has given a big thumbs down to the opposition. The Mahagathbandhan was routed. The RJD was down to just 26 seats, and the Congress, even worse, at just 6. Leaders within the opposition ranks have been weighing in on what went wrong, some privately, some publicly. The blame game is on within the alliance. Which leader didn't campaign enough? Who must step aside? All of that is on as we speak. And amidst this post-poll introspection or comments or opinions, the question has resurfaced again. Is the India alliance dead, done and dusted? Some media reports say yes. The Congress has absolutely rejected these reports. Now, here are a few reasons why the India bloc, or the framework of this national alliance, won't and can't fall apart. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. So let's start with what we have. Over the last couple of days, two prominent channels reported that the India bloc is nearing or has already ended. CNN News 18 reported, quoting sources, that the Congress now plans to go solo wherever possible. Their report says that the first step taken by Rahul Gandhi was to accept that the India bloc is virtually over. The report says that Rahul believes the Congress needs to carve out its own identity, and that can't happen unless they are tied down with coalition politics. It went on to add that the latest blow came when the Congress sought a meeting before the upcoming parliament session to press its vote chori narrative following the Bihar result. However, the TMC, the Trinamool Congress of Mamata Banerjee, and Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party reportedly showed little interest in joining that effort. Now, CNN News 18 sources say that the message to the Congress was that it can no longer be the leader of the India bloc. The other report in this regard, the India Alliance's regard, has been done by NDTV. Their report too says that each India bloc member is weighing their option. From the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha to Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, these allies reportedly believe that the Congress is starting to become a liability for them. As these reports surfaced, the chatter on social media also intensified on what is really the future of the India bloc. The Congress put all speculations to an end and completely rejected these media reports. AICC General Secretary K.C. Venugopal said that the Congress is very much committed to the India bloc and would double its efforts to strengthen this anti-BJP alliance. Venugopal said that the India bloc was put together at a national level to counter the Bharatiya Janata Party. The MP from Kerala was quoted by the Times of India saying that nothing has changed since the alliance's formation. K.C. Venugopal said that the opposition would continue with its coordination in Parliament as the winter session gets underway starting the 1st of December. In fact, Congress MP and senior leader Manikam Tagore also took to social media platform X to reject reports of the India alliance being done and dusted. He said India will win with truth, people and hope, adding that no empire of propaganda can silence a nation awake. That is what Manikam Tagore had to say. Now, let's just rewind a little bit and see the track record of the India bloc ever since it came into existence. If you look at the election results, it's been a sort of a mixed bag. The alliance showed immense promise in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. It restricted the Bharatiya Janata Party to just 240 seats in the Lok Sabha as the Saffron Party eventually came to power thanks to allies like Nitish Kumar and his JDU and Chandrababu Naidu from Andhra Pradesh. The opposition flexed its muscles in the Lok Sabha, taking the Modi government head-on. Spearheading this attack was Rahul Gandhi himself, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. All other parties and opposition leaders rallied behind him, and suddenly you had the India bloc looking very cohesive in parliament at least. Then came three big setbacks. Maharashtra was the first, where the BJP-led alliance won 234 out of 288 seats. Then there was Haryana, where the Congress, which was built to win the state, lost it dramatically. The BJP ensured that the Congress was routed from Haryana. Then in Delhi, the Bharatiya Janata Party defeated the Aam Aadmi Party of Arvind Kejriwal. The consolation for the India bloc was in Jharkhand, where Hemant Soren's JMM powered the India bloc to power. The Congress is, of course, a much junior partner in that state. In Jammu and Kashmir as well, National Conference of the Abdullahs did the heavy lifting with the Congress by its side and came to power. And you have Omar Abdullah as the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, 2026 will be a critical year. Elections will be held in West Bengal as Mamata Banerjee and her TMC looks to defend the fortress. The Congress is nowhere in the picture as far as West Bengal is concerned. In Assam, there will be a BJP versus Congress fight primarily, and there will be smaller outfits at play as well. In Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin's DMK is going all out to retain power with the Congress as the much junior partner there. Then in Kerala, the Congress would be hoping to defeat the Pinarayi Vijayan-led LDF. Now a few points to note. Does the Congress face challenges organizationally? Yes. Are the Congress state units struggling? Absolutely. Struggling is an understatement for them. But at the end of the day, the fact remains that Congress is the only party in the entire India bloc that has a solid, committed 20% vote bank. 20% vote bank nationally. If you add the other regional parties of the India bloc, they still don't match up to the Congress in terms of vote share that they hold. So whether one likes it or not, the Congress and Rahul Gandhi still remain at the center or the fulcrum of India's opposition. For the party to improve its show in states, for the Congress party to improve its show in states, they will have to take some tough calls and face harsh realities from the ground. That debate is for another day. But now let's look at the central question. Is the India alliance over? For argument's sake, let's say it is. Where does that leave the regional parties? Say if an RJD or an SP disassociate themselves from the Congress and fight solo, do they have the steam to go all out, all alone? There's a big question mark and perhaps no. Now the logic of alliances in elections is to feed on to each other's strength, cover up for the other ally's weakness and take on your rival with a united front. You take a look at all the India bloc constituents and it's an interesting mix. Barring the Trinamool Congress in Bengal, the DMK in Tamil Nadu, the DMK and the Trinamool Congress in West Bengal do have that. They have the organization, they have the appeal and they have the might to go solo. They don't need the Congress there. But barring these parties, the others don't quite have the choice. That is, if they want to defeat the BJP, they will have to have the Congress by their side. The likes of Samajwadi Party did try, for instance, in Lok Sabha 2019, where they went with another partner. They did not go with the Congress. Akhilesh Yadav's SP aligned with Mayawati's Bahujan Samaj Party. That experiment, of course, tanked. The other argument being given of discord in the India bloc and why it will fall apart is the example of Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray in Maharashtra. The Congress in Mumbai has made it clear that the local unit wants to fight the BMC polls alone and not with Uddhav Thackeray, regardless of what happens to the Raj Uddhav Bonomi and whether the Thackeray cousins come together. Now, this instance is being cited as a possible example of the India bloc falling apart. Now, by that logic, even the NDA in Maharashtra could split because Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena, the BJP and NCP in all likelihood will not contest local polls together. Now, the BJP says that they will fight together in Mumbai, but there is no official clarity. Now, we're not saying that the Mahayuti will break, but we're just trying to give a parallel. The point is, when it comes to local elections, the factors are local. It boils down to each ward in each city that will dictate alliance dynamics. So that really shouldn't be a surprise when it comes to the local body elections in Maharashtra. Which brings us to the other ally in Maharashtra, the other India bloc constituent, NCP of Sharad Pawar. Now, not letting your right hand know what the left is thinking or going to do is classic Sharad Pawar politics. He always keeps his so-called allies guessing, and one can never really be sure on which side he actually is. So that is as far as Sharad Pawar is concerned. Now, net-net, the India bloc has faced setbacks. It needs to get its act together is a fair argument. That's a fair assessment to make. But to say that the overall alliance would break nationally would be rather far-fetched. Because if the Modi-Shah BJP's juggernaut in this era has to be halted, it cannot be through each party going solo. Rather, it has to be coming together, putting up a united front, and then taking on the might of the BJP. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.